So, having done my GUE and having looked at all my equipment, decided I'm going to make some changes to my gear configuration for Antarctica and probably going forward. I'm here talking to Leanne from Halcyon, and we're just going to go through why I've chosen the equipment that I've chosen and what makes it good and why it will be good for going forward. Okay, hang fire.
Hi Sue, today what we're going to do is just go through the type of BCD I guess that would be suitable for use in all environments, and knowing that you're going to Antarctica, we're probably going to tailor it towards that environment, but it's something you can use in all diving environments. With the BC we're going to choose one called the Infinity BC, and the reason for that is because the Infinity is the one that gives you the most amount of options to configure it according to the type of diving that you're doing. And the Infinity is made up of three parts essentially. It's made up of the wing, which you see here in front of you, then the backplate, which is over here, and then this piece here, which is called the single tank adapter. So we'll have a look at those three pieces, and then what we'll do after that is discuss the weighting options around the Infinity to make sure that it's catered for what you want and for future diving. And with the wing and the Infinity, you have two sizes you can choose from. And it's a 30-pound lift or a 40-pound lift. As you can see here, they're pretty similar in size. There's a slight difference between the two. It's slightly bigger, the 40-pound over the 30, but minimal. And what we're going to do is step yours up to a 40-pound lift capacity, so that when you're there, you've got more than that, enough lift. Now we're going to look at the backplate choice. So with the Infinity, you can choose stainless steel or aluminium. The stainless steel is 6 pounds worth of lead, negative buoyancy. And the beauty of that is you don't need to wear as much lead on your weight belt. The only disadvantage to it is that when you go traveling, you essentially have got 6 pounds worth of lead in your bag. So it means that you start to hit your limit of the travel allowance pretty quickly. For that reason, the aluminium plate is a fantastic option. So it gives you very, very light for travel, but also gives you a nice rigid back plate. And then we can add on the lead a little bit later and configure the weighting according to whatever environment you're going diving in. So in our case, you're going to be going to Antarctica first, so we look at the weighting solutions for that. So this is the aluminium back plate, and we're going to choose this because it gives you more options in the long run in terms of travel.
And how much is that negative buoyancy?
This is 2 pounds roughly.
2 pounds roughly,
buoyancy,
right.
yeah.
Okay.
So when you get to Antarctica, yes, there's not going to be a great amount of negative buoyancy in this, but this piece here, this is called a single tank adapter, and you essentially attach your cylinder to this. And one of the nice things about the Infinity is you can add this piece of lead here. So this is a molded piece of lead that drops down into the single tank adapter. And this piece of lead and the aluminium plate is the equivalent of having a stainless steel plate. So we're going to add this into the single tank adapter, and that's going to give you enough or equivalent buoyancy to a negative buoyancy to a stainless steel plate. And then to add to that, because you're going to need more than 6 pounds of lead to sink you in Antarctica, we've got the ditchable weight pockets here, and these carry about 6 pounds worth of lead each. And then you can also add on these trim pockets, which carry about 3 pounds each. So these trim pockets sit onto the single tank adapter. So here and here, and we're going to put on two sets, one on top and one on bottom. So what you're going to end up with is you have essentially 6 pounds worth of lead here, you have 12 pounds here, and then you have another 6 and 6, so another 12. So this is going to give you more than enough lead to sink you. But the beauty of it as well is that the weight is distributed around the BCD. It's not all sitting on your weight belt, and that's critical, because if everything is sitting on your weight belt, then if you can imagine yourself flat in the water and you have like a seesaw effect and all the lead is down here, you're going to be dragged this way in the water. So what we're going to do is distribute the lead evenly, so that when you're swimming around underwater, it makes it very easy for you to hold your position in the water, and it means that the lead is not all sitting on your hips. So it makes for a nice option. So for that reason, we have decided to choose the Infinity 40 BCD with an aluminium backplate, with this 6 pound weighted adapter and 2 sets of trim pockets. And that gives you the ultimate configuration for going to Antarctica and for cold water diving, but also means it's very, very flexible for doing tropical or local diving. So that's the choice.
And here's the final choice all put together. Now, it looks much more like a traditional BC, but this piece of equipment allows me much more flexibility and growth. So now it's time to get wet.